I mean, if you're going to have an economic lockdown, you're going to have people who get more desperate for money. For desperation breed desperate actions. So, but at the end of the day, Jamaica need a better supportive infrastructure. But, you know, people are going to take advantage of everything. So, a man have to survive. That's why you need a government to empower people, protect themselves, because obviously over the years we learn the government just can't do it. Can't fucking do it. So we yet to come to tell people all the while that our future. We're going to have so many gangs come up in Jamaica where we're overwhelming our society, where there are certain areas of Jamaica where the government just have to go give up on because it's all controlled by gangs. Not even the army can go.
Uh Topic of the day. This COVID-19 pandemic. It has, trust me, it has put a lot of people backs against the wall. And people will go about and do just about anything right now for survive, for have fun, for do all manner of evil. You understand? So the crime and violence, it not really stem off of this COVID pandemic thing. It's just that people are go out there go do what them feel like do because they can ball down and say, boy, because of the COVID and way. That's what people are gonna say. But crime and violence is something where it escalate, it de-escalate. Right? A lot of people will say, yeah, the pandemic does have an effect on the spike. Yes, it it also have its, we call it now, disadvantages, right? Because if you realize, we are gonna left off of the vaccine thing right now, and we are gonna go up on this rape thing and this child molesting thing, because that are the big thing right now until a brother they get caught, right? And as I say in my previous voice note, until he's caught, let us just wait and see what the report from the doctor says, because if them kill him, and them the findings come back for sure say them pitting get raped, me can tell you this, me can tell you this, it nah go stop, because the man who actually do the deed I go out there and I laugh off of everybody and say, yeah man, me can go and do my thing. Because me can tell you this, a whole heap of them a walk up and down out there in a jacket and tie, drive the biggest car, living at the most fanciest house, own the biggest business. People open your eyes. Open your eyes, people.
All right, my view, my little 2 cents on it is this. Yes, I believe the pandemic helped the spike crime because most of the time the country was on lockdown. So give the murderer them, the thief and the rapist them a clearer path. Them now come in contact with much people for do them things, the way clear for them. So them can go tear down people place, screech upon people for murder people and all of that. So my answer to the question is yes.
Yo, big man thing still. Man, I think the COVID has been a crime. Cause crime there a long time before the COVID, you see me? Yeah, man, crime just there over all the G, you see me, David? You see me, as I say, some look at dispute cause crime, you see me, some look at simplest dispute, you see me, David? So that's that most cause crime, dispute them all then can't know if you control dispute if you're not man of a thing, you don't know if you talk it out and them something. You see me, David? Alright, look upon this. A year ago, 2018, man shoot off of me and my brother, my one friend, called me and try to kill me, And I never take up a gun after that same way. I never take up no gun for go shoot back off on a man. Every crevice and corners where my hide me hear where him there and this and that. Might not take up no gun. One thing me don't say, left him to God. By the next 2 months time is a woman kill him. You see me and David? Straight away, I just that I go on. Them don't know how to control the dispute. So if you're a man of a thing, walk it out. You see me? Yeah, simple. Just walk it out or talk it out. Simple. You see me, David? First thing they want run go for this and for start Uber down. Then something. You see me, David?
No, I don't think the COVID pandemic had anything to do with the spike in crime in Jamaica. Not at all.
Bless up, bless up. COVID has nothing to do with it, you know. Mankind just evil. Jamaican them just evil. Mankind in a whole. I shouldn't have said Jamaican. We'll back up on that. But since the topic is about Jamaica, we'll discuss that. The crime rate back a couple of years ago, it has always been trading that same 1,400 per year or more. It's just that it's now publicized a lot more because great news broadcaster like on the spot, news media, and the great My View, Sir P, and other ones out there where I highlight it and we are see it first hand compared to listen to TVJ and CVM and RG and the Gleaner. You understand me? So it coming more obvious to we know like we have to what but upon the trend, it got to about 1,400, 1,500 end of the year. And the same thing we have been experiencing the last couple of years. This is the exact same figures we have been experiencing. But it's like I said before, it's just because it's now publicized, we're seeing it first and up front and close because now we have no right and our left hand. You understand me? We can actually participate in the chat. So it's more personal now. But yeah, no difference. The same thing, brother. Yeah, man, the same thing. And it's just that, like I said before, yes, you know, if they have jobs, maybe they do something different. But they have money. They have money. You have scam money out there, you have hustling money out there, you have, you know, you name it.
Yeah, morning, each and everyone. Hey, Mike, you got that number there wrong, brother. I'm way more than 10 years. Way more than 10 years in murder rate at top over 1,000. And to be honest, I feel say COVID slowed down this year. To be honest, I really feel COVID slowed down because when they will have the couple of lockdown and curfew and thing, that kind of helps slow down because the rate of how Jamaica kick off 2021 would have gone about 1,500 already. Easy would have gone about 1,500 already. COVID caused a different pandemic at Jamaica. It's a fear. And it's a fear we're driving at people. I don't feel say COVID contribute to the murder rate at all. Not even one bit. I don't feel say contribute to the murder rate. Because the murder rate was already escalated for the past 20, 35 years. So I don't think COVID will have nothing to do with it. If anything, COVID helps slow it down to a point where we're in our November now, October going into November, and we've gone roughly about 1,200. So if it wasn't for COVID, I could honestly say the murder rate would be about 1,400 or 1,500 by now.
Morning, My View, morning, everybody. I think that's quite possible. In reference to the question, I think that's quite possible that this part of the spike may be related to the pandemic indirectly, in the sense that the government has focused mainly on the pandemic and not necessarily on crime too much, which they should. But it could be argued that this is every year. The focus is. The attention that is paid on crime is limited. But during this spike in particular, the resources have to be diverted towards the pandemic in the sense of money and policy and all of that. And that crime, the focus on crime has not been what it should be. I know there's the implementation of Zozo and all that, but I think a lot of things have been abandoned. As you are aware, and everybody aware, we have a sleeping security minister who just happened to turn up when the light are shine. Yeah, and I think we would have been more effective if all the resources, if they say, for example, there wasn't a pandemic and all the resources was put into crime, then we think we wouldn't have a massive change, but I think we would have seen better results. So yeah, I think somewhat, not on a large scale, the pandemic has contributed to some aspect of the rhyme in gun crime, in gangsterism, because of the refocusing on the pandemic. Yeah, man, bless upon yourself. Hope you have a good day. Blessings.
Yeah, man. The pandemic affects some communities, but I can't base off of scamming. When most of the pandemic help scammers in terms of throughout the pandemic, all people who never used to make money before make money. Because here what happened now. Everybody locked down. And for scamming for work, you have to can get in touch with people. Before the people they went busy all over the place, so harder to locate them and keep a track of them now when scamming go on and the whole world shut down. Scammer them have more time for even turn them yard and reach out to people. And it's a fact, man. It's like we're from Bayside, and I tell you, I know tons of youth, thousands, where through the pandemic things go on for them. Yeah, man. For years I know youth where down in the hole, I try and can't accomplish nothing. Many youths, and through the pandemic, things go on for them, and still are going on right now. Yeah, man, trust me, because the pandemic even affect the people them over some mind same way. You know what I mean? It's a mental thing, You gotta pray and pray. And at times like these, the prayer then get weaker.
I mean, if you have an economic lockdown, you have people who get more desperate for money. Desperation breed desperate actions. So, but at the end of the day, Jamaica need a better supportive infrastructure. But people are gonna take advantage of everything. So a man have to survive. That's why you need a government to empower people, protect themselves, because obviously over the years we learn the government just can't do it. Can't fucking do it. So we yet to come to tell people all the while that our future. We're going to have so many gangs come up in Jamaica where we overwhelm our society, where there are certain areas of Jamaica where the government just have to go give up on because it's all controlled by gangs. Not even the army can go.
No, I don't think the spike in crime has anything to do with COVID, because COVID, crime and violence been around before and after COVID. So it's bigger than that. Actually, COVID, the only thing I saw that COVID did was it lower crime and violence for a little bit in the first part. As we could see that, things was weird on when, COVID bust and everybody get locked down and so on and so forth. Everybody has staying no crime and violence, but our minimum. Like, you would hear people dead, I said, what? It was shocking to hear say somebody dead when COVID just start, or just get started. But, crime and violence is an important part of our culture, our lifestyle, so Jamaica had to figure out how to start, go around the curfew them and how shake off the COVID thing for just start slapping back people, and here we are again. So COVID did shake up at first and make us calm down, but we get used to COVID now, so back to business.
Personally, I think since COVID, crime and violence has significantly increased due to statistics and the no movement when people are obey me, lawless people not obey law and order. So when them tell people to stay home, you have gunmen that walk around and kill people. Same way, you understand? So crime and violence actually increased during lockdown and the COVID period.